Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. How y'all doing this morning? Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of logging. I just got a message this morning. I got a vehicle I gotta go freaking work on. They've already got the part for it without even bothering to ask me first, I guess. So, I got a couple vehicles I gotta go look at, I guess. So, originally I was gonna do this for like 3 or 4 hours, but I guess I'm only gonna do it for an hour or two today, I guess, by the looks of it. Man, every which way I turn around, I'm getting screwed today, man. I play a video game thing, another game where you got to work as a group with other people, and we had a big battle thing going on this morning at 9 o'clock. I waited 15 minutes, almost 20 minutes trying to get in on the battle. Nobody wanted to back out the battle to let anybody else in, so I was like, you guys, I'm going to do my stream. And then I get my stream going, and then they message me, Animal, no, come back. You can join now. You can join. We need your help. Well, too late now, guys. You guys done me off. Make me wait 20 minutes to get in on a battle y'all knew I was waiting for. No, sir. No, sir, at all. I'm gonna go find something else to do. I don't play that. I don't play that cat and mouse. Hug me, love me, hate me 1 minute, type thing. You know what I mean? Hell with that. Heck with that. Heck with that. Sorry about that. So I'm kind of irritated, man. I had a lot of things I wanted to do today, and I got other things being thrown on my plate that I didn't really want. But that's alright. That's not your guys' fault. That's the world's fault for teaching people to be irresponsible and not set something up beforehand. It's really bad when it's family and they're just like, oh yeah. Figure it's easier for me to help than it is to wait for the matriarch of the family to pretty much ask. You know what I mean? My grandma. Because, I mean, if they ask me and I tell them no, they're just going to go and ask grandma if she knows anybody. You know who she's going to call because that's who she knows. Me. You know. Alright, where were we at? Okay, so it is January 1st. I got a pile of wood here. Oh, we were doing something the other day. I know we didn't stream yesterday, which was my fault. Kind of had things to do, just like I do today. I don't like it, man. I don't get what's going on, man. Ever since the beginning of October hit, it's like wrenches getting thrown everywhere I go to keep my streams going on a daily basis. If I'm not having to go work on something for somebody, I'm having to drive people to school or another or whatnot. What'd I come on here for? There's no way I'm out of wood already, man. Oh my god, I had that so full. No. Dude, that's gonna take forever. I'm not getting it full. I got about an hour before I gotta go over and crawl in a garage underneath other people's vehicles other than my own. Sad thing is, like, I mean, I'm asking them straight up for cash first. Like, if they can't pay me cash today, I'm not doing it. That's all I'm saying. They try to come at me with, oh, here, just take this herb stuff again. I'm not gonna, no, dude, I'm not doing it. I ain't got no money. Just take my grass. Get out of here, dude. Jesus, God. A working I will go. I didn't even share the stream out, you guys. If you can, grab a link and do it for me. I just wasn't. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling in the mood to grab it and share it. Don't ask why. If I haven't explained enough, then I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, 'tis a Friday, and I should be enjoying myself, being happy that it's a Friday. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome in. How are you doing? Benjamin. Hopefully you're having a good day. City folk, huh? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You just have a little more light in the sky at night than we do out here. That's all. Depending on where the lights are at around the buildings and stuff on you guys. My old lady, she's from Chicago, so she knows all about that city life, and trust you me, she moved out of the country. Well, she moved into a smaller town with her ex-husband, but then after after they split, she stayed in town. But then when she met me, she moved into the country, and was like, it's totally different living for her. I mean, yeah, she's lived in places where she's known like Mennonites and stuff like that, but she's never had to live like this, and it's different for her. About 12 years on her now. She's getting used to it. I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love being outside. I really do. I love, I'm into that whole, when I was younger, I had dirt bikes, I had four wheelers. I was into all that stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely a country boy. But I grew up in Grant. I also spent a lot of my time living in Grand Rapids, Michigan, as well. So nothing wrong with that city life. Oh, I'm running up over my logs, man. Running over my logs. See, I've been around Wisconsin quite a bit, but I've never been actually into the state of Wisconsin. I've been all around it, but I ain't never been in it. Like, I've been up by Iron Mountain up in the UP here in Michigan. I've been over in Chicago, I mean, that's as far as I've ever went northward over there, you know what I'm saying? But because I'm not a big city guy, I'm not a fan of the big city. Like, I mean, I'll go because I like the malls. I love the malls. I think the mall is like the coolest thing ever. My first time I ever went to a mall, I was, oh man. I mean, I lived by Grand Rapids up till I graduated. I graduated in '01, right? And I mean, I hung out in Grand Rapids, quite a bit when I was younger. I lived down there when I was 17 for a while, for about a year with my cousin. I mean, I'm just not a big. I'm not big into the big city. I like that. Like, if I want to step off the back porch and, you know, water the garden, shall we say, I ain't got to worry about someone going, "Oh my God, it's a pedo! Watch out, guys!" You know what I mean? Like, we ain't got to worry about that out here. Like, you can be as free as a jaybird. It's the only thing I like about the country. And the fact that I don't have to have a baby tiny fire pit ring to have a bonfire in. I can throw couches and chairs on a pile and let her burn, baby burn. And not have to worry about the city being like, "Oh my God, that's a city ordinance violation." her uncles got her aunts and uncles in Chicago got to deal with that all the time when they try to have a fire, like during. And the only time they can really have a bonfire, really, it seems like for them, is like when they're doing their branch and leaf cleaning, like in spring and like fall or something. It's like the only time that people really have bonfires in that part of Chicago, I guess. Like it's not even a bonfire. I guess you could call it like a cinder block fire because I mean it's not very big. It's not any fun. It's like, oh, thought there was gonna be some beers and you know some music and some rowdiness, but no, there ain't. No, no beers, no rowdiness. You know what I mean? Like it was nothing. I was just like, huh, this is a city party. I mean, I got a bonfire put out back that will fit my couch and my queen size bed mattress in it if I really wanted to. So I could never give up the country living personally. I mean, I've lived in a few towns. I mean, I've even lived down in Gulfport, Mississippi for a year. You know what I mean? So it's like I've lived all over. But the only thing that really beckons me is the country, man. It's where all the real fun's to be had. That's also where the real living happens too. Out here, something goes wrong. You might not have in certain spots, like where I'm at. I mean, I got neighbors. Not that I get along with my neighbors, but I got neighbors that if I absolutely needed to, you know, I could go, hey man, need a little bit of this or this help, man. You got me? They'd probably tell me no, but you know what I mean. We all kind of stick to ourselves out here, so it's a little bit different. No, it's a pretty decent community though out here in the country where I live. Out just south of Mount Pleasant, Michigan. So pretty much the middle of the mitten. It's a surprise though, honestly, how many people come on here and how close a lot of them actually are. I got some that were watching a while back that were from Indiana. Got some that are in the Chicago area, you know, Illinois zone. Had a couple different people from, I think it was Ohio at one point in time watching. Get quite a few Michiganders. I never understood why we're called Michiganders, but it goes. There's a lot of funny things that go on out here, man. Hey, you guys that live in town, you guys ever had that issue where more than one person's got to go to the bathroom, but you got, you know, someone else already in there and you got to sit there and hold it, or, you know, out here in the country, we don't got that problem. As long as it's the number one, we got a spot for everyone. I was in the bathroom the other day, and the old lady's kids all like hollering, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go to the bathroom." I was like, "Okay, what you gotta do, man? A one or two?" He goes, "A one." I was like, "You know where the door's at?" He goes, "So what?" I was like, "Step out the back door. That's what I live out here for." What? It's cold outside. Yeah, do you think the Indians cared? They still had to do it. Heck, the Eskimos are still doing it as we speak. Yes, sir. I mean, we don't got no mooses watching us. Is it mooses or mises? I'm joking. But no. Yeah, no. I mean, we got some the northern part of Michigan, but they've started making them down here below the bridge. I'm technically considered a troll because I live under the bridge. It's the way Mother Nature intended it, though, you know what I mean? That's like our bodies were designed that when you number two, you're supposed to squat, right? You're not supposed to set even, straight up 90-degree angle. That's technically not how you're supposed to work. Look it up. The actual proper way for a toilet to be built is to be built obviously like that, but to be built with like a rise around it, so that way you're actually in that human squatting, almost fetal position. Technically, that's how if you do if you look into it, like, that's technically how your body is supposed to excrement. You know what I mean? Supposed to get his job done for the number two. They did a study. They had people. It's a weird study, but they actually had people. They did a study where they had people sit and people squat, and the people that squatted, when they would, the secondary, they actually released more than the one that didn't, because the body was in a position such a way that the rivers could flow properly. And when, I guess, if you're not in that crouch style fetal position, supposedly it can build up in the bowels like bad plumbing. I don't know, it was something I read a long time ago, and I was just like, I never was like, I was like, oh. But if you read that article and then you are actually like, okay, well, and you put like a footstool or a step stool by your toilet, and you just give it a go once, and you're kind of like, oh, I could kind of see how that works. But it's crazy. But yeah, I love the country, man. You can get away with so much stuff out in the country. Except for last night, I got pulled over by the freaking cops on the way home. Someone wasn't paying attention to their stuff, let their insurance lapse. Like, I tell you what, if the cop wouldn't have been a nice young person, and he would have been one of the old ones that used to dink with my dad, like, I probably would have got in trouble last night. Because as soon as he came up, like, as soon as he come to the window, he goes, do you know why I pulled you over? I looked at him, I was like, well, no, I'm going to ask you some questions first. And he goes, and what's that, sir? I was like, for one, why did you turn around when all I did was just turned off of a road, literally turned off a road with my blinker on? I didn't exceed 50 mile an hour in any way, shape, or form. I'm driving straight and narrow down the road. I got my seatbelt on. I was like, so if you've got something other than that you'd like to tell me, why don't we have a talk? And how about you tell me why you were tailgating my ass? And he was like, sir, I was like, no, dude, I want to know why you're tailgating me and why your one headlight looks bad. I was like, that's entrapment. I was like, if I record this right now, I'd get you in trouble. You got a switch in there. You need to turn that dimmer off. He goes, but sir, how? I was like, I got cousins that were cops in your town, buddy. Don't give me that bull crap. Oh, well, it's because your vehicle shows that you have no insurance. I was like, yeah, you had to tailgate me to the point that I almost brake checked you, even though I knew you were a cop. He goes, well, that's technically illegal. I was like, technically it's not. A deer could have ran out in front of me. You wouldn't have seen it. He goes, well, that's true. But I was like, all right then. I was like, I guess you better step off our back a little bit because next time I'll do it. But I don't like that. He's like, well, I'm going to let you off with a warning. I was like, well, ain't that awful nice of you? Tailgating me and making me think that someone's out there riding my... Got me wondering, yeah, cool, warning. Have a great night. Like, I was not impressed with it. I was so mad. So mad. I haven't been pulled over by the cops in years, man. Years. And he said that if it wouldn't have came back reading that it had no insurance, he wouldn't even turn or pulled me over. You little SOB. You read the plate. You know that I'm like a quarter of a mile from home. You still bothered to pull me over. Ain't you a bitch? I don't like cops. I've never liked them. I've always had bad run-ins with cops. Yes, they are. I've operated something similar to this. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but you can go on Google. I believe you can go on Google. Let me check. And it's called a giraffe. Okay, it's a vehicle for cutting trees. Tree cutting tool called giraffe. It's like if you go look it up, you'll see what it is. It's like it's got a big saw blade on the end. It's like anywhere from a foot anywhere from a 1.5 blade to a 4 blade that goes on the very end. And you can get it up there and you can angle it horizontal to vertical. 90, you know what I mean? And you get up in between the power lines and you nip the tree branches and stuff, you know. You go in there with it and you just like you nudge the one handle to get the boom to go out while you're engaging the blade to bump the branches, cut them in small sections to get them out of the power lines. I used to operate one of those. I've never operated one of these guys like this, but I would have loved to have done it. Back then, that was back in 2000. She was born in 2006. So it would have been 2005 to 2006. Anywhere from $13 to $18 an hour, depending on where I was at. I worked for a tree company called Trees Inc. It was a sister company to a company called Asplin. But yeah, my start out pay was between $13 to $18 an hour, depending on where we were at. Since I was new at it and I've never done it before, my cousin actually had to train me on the job. They were getting away with paying me a lot cheaper. Like my cousin, he was making $25 an hour doing the job, but he had done the job for like 10 years at the time, give or take. And he was actually going from that job to another job, you know, a different tree company job that was going to offer him more, where one of our other cousins, where his brother worked, but my cousin, you know, they're both my cousins, but he was going to go work with his brother on another, same company, but a different part of the business and a different part of the state. So they trained me to do the job. They got off easy because obviously I wanted to do it. You know, I was all like, I was anxious. I was like, yeah, I don't care, dude. I just want to do it. So they got me my license to do it and all that jazz. I did it for, what was it, 3 months? And then both my cousins decided they wanted to transfer back over to where we were at because we were over on the lake, over by Lake Michigan, and so we were over by Ludington and over by Manistee, stuff like that, and they were stuck over here in the middle of the state with all the sun, none of the fun, and none of that good, moist air blowing off Lake Michigan and all that jazz. Well, after about 3 months, I guess they got bummed. They wanted to come back over to where we were working at, and the cousin that trained me naturally got his position back, and they took me out of here and put me behind to follow with a chainsaw. I looked at them and said, That's not what I applied for." They're like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "When you guys hired me, you hired me in to operate this vehicle because I've got heavy equipment experience." I was like, "That's why you guys hired me in." That's what they told me the day that they hired me. That's why they hired my cousin's cousin. That's why they hired me. Because he knew I had experience driving heavy equipment, and that's what you guys needed. Yeah, I got paid between $13 to $18 an hour though, depending on where I was at. If we were working for the week in a flatlands area, I got paid a little less. If it was a little more up and downsy, then I got paid a little more. But no, I did it for about 3 months. My cousin came back when they told me that I was gonna go become a ground pounder. I said, "Dude, if I'm not driving what I signed, what I filled that application out for," I was like, "Y'all have a great day. I'm out of here." And they're like, "Are you serious? You're seriously going to quit after you left your cousin in the rain like that?" I was like, "Well, for one, my daughter was being born. He was being and I didn't want to listen to his stuff. He didn't want to ride 160 all the way home. I kicked him out of the vehicle. I don't care if he was my supervisor or not." Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, they definitely get paid a lot more now. Like I said, my cousin, he was making roughly $25 an hour doing it. And that was back 2006-ish, 2007. So, yeah. And you got to remember though, I graduated high school in 2001, so I was only out of high school for a few years, What? By 2007, I was out by 6 years already, which to me seemed like a god awful lot by then. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm 42 and I've been out since 2001. It's 2025. Oh, wow. Okay, now I do kind of feel a little. Now I'm feeling that. I feel the hurt. You guys hear the hurt in my voice when I say that? Oh, tell you what, all my friends absolutely hated me when I was younger because I graduated before all of them. They were so mad. And I was a partier, man. I was that dude that you could guarantee you found out behind the dugouts in at high school, smoking cigarettes with their buddies and trying to figure out what booze and where they were getting their sacks of stuff at for the weekend. Oh yeah, I was a partier when I was younger, back in my day. I can gladly say that stuff catches up with you over time. So as long as you keep exercising, you keep fit, man. Don't give a oh. Don't listen to me. Push the log. Now I'm just waiting. Like I said, I'm gonna do this for an hour or two today, and then I gotta go work on a family member's van, and then I gotta pull my what is that? Thermostat. Dun, 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 dun. I gotta go pull a thermostat out of my Artie Cat. $11 for a new one. I don't know if I'm gonna buy a new one or if I'm just going to Jimmy rig the one there, and because those old thermostats, there were ways to kind of bypass them to make your motor think that everything was good. And I mean, honestly, it is good as long as it doesn't overheat. I mean, it's staying full on fluid. I think, like I said, it's sticking. I got to pull it out. I got to put it in a pan of boiling water. Get it to do its thing for a minute. You know, get it, see if it'll pop. If it pops, it pops. If it don't, then I'll have to spray it, wiggle it, and finagle it until I get it unstuck so that it will. Because I replaced that thermostat. I know it's been ages, and I mean over a decade. A decade since I replaced the thermostat. I know it's been a decade. Because I bought the thing back in... Well, I bought it a year after I came back from being down for Hurricane Katrina. So about 2008 is when I bought the sled. It's a 94. Bought it from a guy the ex-father-in-law worked with. Real nice guy. But his son, being a Nimrod... You know, when you're told not to do something, and you know how kids are. Oh man, Dad told me not to do it, guys. Let's do it. You know, yeah. Well, that's what happened. And he was told, I guess, by what the guy was telling me, that he told his kid, you know, you don't touch my stuff, blah blah blah. And it was his new sled. In 98 is when he bought it. It was a 94. He bought it brand new from the shop, supposedly, and had it probably about 6 months, 7 months. Went to work or whatever it was that he did. His kids had a snow day, so they all stayed home. His buddies came over. They jumped on his dad's snowmobile without hooking up the clip, you know, to stall the machine out. And he decided to show off to his buddies, and he macked the gas, and the snowmobile launched out of underneath of him, and it went right up underneath of his dad's pickup truck. Underneath the dude that I bought it from. Like, I mean, destroyed the hood. The hood's effed. I gotta buy a new hood. But they're like, even nowadays, they're still like $200-300. So, I got to, hello, Noel. How are you doing? Do I remember you? Were you active in my chat? Did you talk a lot the day that you were here? How many times have you been in my chat? I guess I should ask. Now, if you're that Noel dude from my local hometown here, I'm banning you. If you're not from my local hometown here in Michigan, then you're good. But if you're the guy that I know by the name of Noel from Elma, I'm banning you. Really? He was my first... No, seriously? Back with Skyrim or the cars and stuff like that? Back when I was doing my cars in Skyrim? For my kids and crap? Really? Dang, dude, you've been around for a minute. You gotta realize I've been doing YouTube almost 10 years now, man. I'm not him, he says. Okay, good. Good, because I don't like that one in town, man. He's something else. Oh, that dude's skittish. I'm not saying that guy's got sticky fingers, the one that lives by me, but you know when you get that vibe with some people, it's just like, yeah, nah, I don't want to hang out with that guy, you know. I'm pretty sure people got that a lot with me when I was younger, because I was kind of a jerk when I was younger. I didn't care if it was my way or the highway or not, but no, dude, that's awesome, dude. Dude, that's epic, dude. Yeah, I've been going at it almost 10 years now, man. It's just now recently picked up in the last couple of years, really, on the channel. But hey, that is 100% my fault, because I was just doing what I wanted to do and enjoying myself, and I wasn't really, you know, I just do my streams and didn't really ever share them out, didn't do all that jazz. But in the last couple of years, I've really picked it up. I've changed my ways a lot too over the last 10 years, man. 10 years ago till today, you wouldn't have got away with a single one of these conversations or sentences I've said not dropping the F-bomb 10 years ago. It would have been an F-bomb every other chance I had, just because. And that's still me when I'm not on, when I'm streaming. I don't know. I cuss like a dirty sailor. Get Mr. Biggles over here. Look at it. Just sitting here in front of me. The silhouette of it just staring me in the face. All like, look at my low boy. Oh, get on there. Come on. Bill, welcome in. Oh, come on. Come on. Hey, how many of you guys seen my short last night? I do appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you guys haven't done it yet, please hit that like. Help me out. If you guys are new to the channel, you know. Check out some of the other stuff I've done. You know, maybe the channel will grow on you, and you'll hit that sub, and you'll you know, start liking all the videos. No, you ain't gonna like them all, but if you do, yeah. No, I'm joking. Oh, I'm just trying to make myself feel a little happier here. I gotta try to act a little out of the ordinary. Make myself get those dopamines going. Get the body feeling good, you know? Is that what it's called? The dopamines? Is that what it is? To make the adrenaline and dopamines gives you that tingly sensation and gets you that all uppity sensation feeling. I like the joyful feeling. That's the one I'm looking for. Shoot. Stop. Keep talking like that, I'm gonna actually sound like I know something. People ain't gonna think I'm just some country buck. No, I'm joking. I'm not that bad. I'm telling you what, man, we're just slamming logs, dude. So many tips getting cut today. I'm cutting more tips today than the church has in centuries. Ew. See, after I get in this and I, you know, have a few minutes of playing with it, it's like we're just off to the races, you guys. Bet on two. Bet on two. Number one's gonna get a cramp and go down on the third corner. What's going on, Bell? Bell tire. Bell. What's going on, Mr. Bell? Hey, Bell, do you guys have the Bell tire over there where you guys are at? I don't know if you do. If you don't, get on your PC or your phone later and just look up the Bell tire logo. I think I thought he looked cool back in the day. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Well, better than last night. But I will tell you though. I will tell you. If you guys didn't see it, you guys need to go check out that short that I posted last night. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Just saying. You need to see it. All I'm gonna say, it is some good stuff, you guys. Good stuff. Yes. Mm-hmm. Because when I've got that thing completely done and running, you guys, I'm gonna be like that one little cartoon character, Marvin the Martian. And I'm gonna be out of this world, man. Like totally, it's gonna be awesome. Like, yeah, seriously, it's gonna be so much fun when I get that thing completely done, and I'm done with it. Like I'm done with it, man. I'm like it's, oh, dude, oh, all I can say is, oh. let's just say, when you hear the raps, coming out of them pipes, man. Oh, dude, my skin had goosebumps, and I was just like, forget my helmet, I'm going. And I was, dude. I came home last night. Dude, well, when I got pulled over by the cops, right? He asked me if I was out hunting because like my face was all iced over. Like I had no helmet on, dude. I had ice hooked to my mustache. I had it in my beard. My snowsuit still had patches of ice on it when he pulled me over. Were you out hunting, sir? No, man. I was out fixing my snowmobile, man. I'm riding. He goes, oh, I'm okay. He's like, I hope I messed up the hunt for everybody tonight. Dude, I was so mad at him though because he was tailgating me, and I know that sometimes they got to get a little close so they can see the license plate. But oh, dude, it was. Let's just say, my body is not over the thrill of the ride, man. I'm ready to be back out there. Honestly, I wanted to be back out there at 8 o'clock this morning, just ripping and getting. But I gotta fix my thermostat. I gotta fix another freaking vehicle, which I better get paid cash money for. Cause I don't wanna be one of them people you see on TV. You know. We got a search warrant. We hear you got the goods. Man, I turned the goods down, man. I said no. Cash money. It was funny because he goes, the one thing that they always ask, which always gets me, and it's, do you have anything in the vehicle that we should be concerned or worried about, such as, guns, knives, weapons, drug paraphernalia, such, yada, yada, yada. I was like, well, the only weapons I've got in my car are thunder and lightning and the limousine. And he was like, whoa, calm yourself. I was like, that's what I tell the old lady. I did say that to him. Like, I'm one of them guys that I could go to jail just for the crap I say to people. Like, it's like, well, I got thunder and lightning, and I got something else that, I guess you could ask your wife. She'd tell you. Oh. No, I'm not that bad. I'm not. That's disrespectful. I'm not disrespectful to a cop like that. No, I'm not saying that there hasn't been times where I haven't, wanted to be disrespectful or extremely rude like that to the cop. I have been pulled out of the cars one time by a cop, only for his sergeant to tell him that if he takes his hat and his thing off, that I was gonna deck him in his face. He ain't gonna hit me, dude. He's got his fist balled. He's ready to rock and roll, son. I don't like cops. I really don't. I've always had a bad run-in with them as a kid. You get those cops that they automatically assume that you're a bad guy just because of this, that, and the other. Like, I was 17. My mom borrowed my car. They went up to a luxury place here in Michigan called Houghton Lake. Their vehicle was in the shop. They were having some issues. I just so happened to have a nice luxury Buick Park Avenue. You know, it was a nice one. 1990, so it was a really nice car at the time when I had it. And, you know, so they borrowed it, went on a road trip for the weekend. They went up to Houghton Lake, go take care of the cabin, get it ready for get it ready for winter so that way we can be up there with our snowmobiles. Well, they came back. I wanted to go hang out with my friends and my girly friend and all that jazz. I wanted to go, I wanted to go have some fun with my friends. And my mom left her duffel bag in the back of the car. When I got pulled over by the cops for doing like 4 over, which was bull crap. I think it really was bull crap. Because it was 45 through there on the curves. And how can you drive? That's another thing that really made the cop mad, I think. Because, yeah. He asked me. I remember him asking me, he goes, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know what I was doing. I just got my car back from my parents. I'm trying to go hang out with my friends." "What do you mean you just got your car back from your parents?" I was like, "Yeah, my mom pulled in the driveway. I seen him coming in. I slipped my shoes on. I ran out, said, 'Get out my car. Let me go.'" And they were like, "Oh, okay." They were like, "Whose stuff in the back?" I was like, "That's my mom and stepdad's." They were like, "Oh, okay, well, you were speeding and you were swerving a little bit, so that gives us right to search your vehicle." I was like, "Swerving?" I was like, "Dude, this is a curved road." I was like, "There isn't a straight part on this. How could I not drive? How could I drive straight?" I was like, "Are you stupid? If I would have drove straight, I would have been in the ditch back there ages ago." He goes, "Are you getting lippy with me?" I was like, "No, I'm getting smart with you. Think about it. If I drove straight on a curvy road, where would I be right now?" He goes, "That's it. Get out of the car." I was like, "Oh, you don't like being asked questions either?" And I was 17. Like I said, I've always been lippy, though. Always been lippy. Always been lippy. I'm one of those guys that if you approach me in jail and you ask me for my cereal, you're getting cereal, but you're not getting it the way you want it. You can ask one of my buddies. He'll tell you. I actually went to jail one time because I got lippy with a cop. I let my one So I had an incident when I was younger with one of my kids' mothers. She was a very combative woman, and she was also cheating on me. And I found out, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool, whatever. Well, we're splitting up. Got her a 30-day notice, whatever." I'm sitting there on my birthday. I was my 22nd birthday. Yeah, my 22nd birthday. Was it my 22nd or 21st? My 22nd, I think, because my cousin was coming up to pick me up, and he was coming up from Grand Rapids, and by this time, like, me and her, we already been broke up a couple weeks, all this jazz. We were just waiting, for her to get into her apartment. I had to wait that, 30-day thing. But we were kosher. Like, everything was good. Everything was great. It was my birthday. She was supposed to go to work. And my cousin was coming up from Grand Rapids, man, bringing up a couple of my old friends that I went to school with and stuff, and one was a female, and well, worst came to worst, and I was in my room getting my stuff. Well, I was in the spare room because I had three rooms in my apartment, and I was in my spare room where I had all my stuff separated, to keep it away from hers. I was in gathering up some stuff. I had some old like keepsakes and stuff from my one buddy that me and him we went to build the home program, where we built houses and crap. So I'm in gathering up all this crap that I wanted to give back to all these guys, and because I was going to Grand Rapids, I wasn't sticking around, right? I didn't want to be around her, I didn't want to be here. So I was trying to bounce. We were gonna go out to the club, hit up some club, get have some fun, go back to his place in Grand Rapids and do some drinking. Well, I was in my bedroom and I heard someone from behind me say, "Oh, you're leaving?" I was like, "Well, yeah, it's my birthday. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I'm going to do what I want. You're supposed to work anyway. Have a great day." She goes, "Oh, but honey, I wanted to stay." I looked at her. I was like, "We're not dating no more. My name is this. Your name is that." I was like, "Prefer you call me this, that, or the other, but don't call me that." And she got offensive, and she goes, "Well, I'll call you what I want because you're mine." I looked at her and I said, "No, you're not. And I'm not, because you're getting an apartment of your own. You've got like 15 days till you're out of my place." I was like, "You know this. This isn't working." And she says, "Bull, it's not working." I said, "It's not working." I was like, "Every time I turn around, you're not here. You're off with so-and-so or whatnot. I busted you doing this and that." I was like, "I'm not dealing with it. Like, we're over." Dude, when I say bitch, I don't say it lighthearted. This lady jumped on my back while I'm bent over, grabbing stuff out of a box, right? Like, I'm just like, "Nah, dude, I'm not doing that with you." I turn around and start getting in my box. She jumps on my back, right? Starts yanking my hair, starts punching me in the head. I'm like, "Dude, are you serious? Like, are you serious, lady?" So me, being a wrestler, karate, boxer, all that crap that I did through high school, all I did while she was sitting there punching on me, right? Left hand, I reached up, grabbed her by her shirt and her bra strap, and up and over my back. That's all I did to her. All I did to her. She fell on one of my boxes, hurt her back, wink, wink, air quotations, as I'm doing them in the air right now for you, right? Said that she had black and blue marks, quotation, quotation, right? Well, I go to jail for domestic violence because I got the dog shit kicked out of me. I mean, dog shit. Like, I used to love going out wearing white. I was one of those guys. I didn't care if it was Labor Day. I wore white. You know what I mean? And I was ready. I was ready to go to the club. I was ready to go into town to go have some fun, because I don't do that, right? Well, my white stuff wasn't white by the time she got done. My little diamond earring that I had in my ear at the time got ripped stud backward through my ear. So the stud went, the gem, the stone went through my ear when she pulled that crap through. Oh yeah, this chick, she went crazy, dude. She went crazy. Because I told her, I was like, "No, we broke up 2 weeks ago. We ain't together no more." I thought we had good boundaries going on, man. Thought we had good boundaries. Like I said, we were doing good up till that night, man, and she snapped. She went, like, you guys know that dude, Two-Face from Batman? Dude, this chick had 3. I swear to God, she had 3. And I know I hear voices in my head when I'm sitting at home alone, but I know she's hearing more than just voices. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a crazy one. And I'm just saying, don't take offense to what I say, guys. Unless you're her and you're watching me. Stalker. Worst case scenario. That's not even worst case. The worst case scenario is that after it was all said and done, come find out she was pregnant. Oh. Big mistake for me. I was just like, man. I love my kids. I do. I love all my kids. I don't care what they've done or anything. But that one, her daughter, my daughter, I just pray that nobody's ever got to meet her. If anybody does, all I say is just test everything you eat or drink first. If that don't give you a hint to what her problem is, I don't know. Just don't trust anything that she makes to eat or drink. You might find yourself not enjoying something else ever again. Just crazy, like no joke. It's. I wish I could be joking about that. But then again, I personally wouldn't trust anything that either one of them made. Well, the mother anyway. Back then, she probably would have slipped something in the food and had you tied up in the bed. The next minute, you wouldn't even know what was going on. You would never seen the light of day again. Who knows? Her mother was crazy, man. I don't know what I seen it in them crazy ones back in the day. I thought the crazy ones were fun. They were for all about 20 minutes. I didn't say that. I love all my kids, but I mean, not everybody has a good upbringing, no matter how much you try to help. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can have a good life, I guess. Let's get that right there. But I'm clearing this, you guys. I'm clearing this. My phone's been blowing up, man. People, help me, help me. Dude, if he messages me and says, hey, I moved your snowmobile, I'm going to message and say, hey, I moved my Gibbs up for working on your truck to the back door today. I know a person that needs instructions to read instructions to make sure they do the stuff right. And they still need instructions. I don't even know what I do. I don't even know why I know these people like this, man. I'm just telling you. I surrounded, I did so good in school that I guess I just surrounded myself with the lesser IQ when I was younger. Made me feel better. I don't know. I don't know. No, that's a lie. I was not like that. I didn't do that to people. I definitely know people that do pick their friends like that. Based on if they can make themselves feel good on a daily basis. I think that's gross. Honestly, if I'm gonna make friends, I want them to like me for who I am and what I do. And if they don't like a thing that I do, that's cool. If you don't like what I do, don't be around me while I'm doing said things you don't like, or lessons in life, man. I'm telling you what. See, now back in the day, though, you could actually learn morals in life from old TV shows. Now you can't. Nowadays, you just learn about pimps and hoes and crack dealers and other things. It's crazy. It's like I'd like to be able to scroll through TV or movies. For one day, scroll through TVs and movies, and not have to see anybody showing affection to each other with sexual acts, stuff like that. Like, I'd like to be able to go a day with watching a movie or a TV show and not see nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like, remember back when you could actually learn the facts of life from watching the facts of life type stuff? What's going on, you guys? Welcome in. Good morning to ya. You know what I'm talking about, though, Belle. You know what I'm talking about. Like, tell me you did not watch the Mary Tyler Moore Show when you were younger. Tell me. Tell me that you didn't. Because I bet you probably did. And she was hilarious. And still, even to this day, if you watch her old stuff, she is hilarious. But they brought life lessons into their shows back then that were morally good, right? 90% of the TV shows or movies they put out, like, okay, yeah, I give that a 2. Like, I get it, to make babies, things need to be done and all that jazz. And if, they're doing stuff like, like in movies and stuff like Look Who's Talking, like back in the day, yeah, they dealt with, obviously, babies, reproduction, stuff like that. But it was it was comedic, it was, it showed them, like, necking a little bit, or AKA starting to kiss, and then it just veered off, you know what I mean? And then it was the next day. Cool. I can handle that 1,000%. But it's them ones where it shows the man over top of the woman, or the woman, doing that pole dance, you know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm petty when it comes to that. I just don't, I don't care to see that crap in TV. Like, I don't want to say, okay, cool. Show us, hint to us that that's what they're going to do. Show them start to kiss, and then fade to black. Or fade to white. I don't care what color you fade to. It could be green or purple. 2 shits less. But I don't need to hear the man or the woman, you know what I mean? They got sites for that. If I want to hear it, they got sites for it. Or better yet, I'll be like, hey babe, bedroom, 30 seconds, let's go, meet you there, 30 seconds, let's get, like, come on. I don't, I was talking to that about somebody else the other day, something similar to that. It's like, if I've got a kid, I don't want them to. I don't want them to be sitting there watching a movie and it just pops up that, oh yeah, this was obviously a PG-13, gonna expect maybe a chest nippy to pop out, or a pair of dangly ballies to, like, drop on someone's cheek for a second in in like a prank type thing, you know what I'm saying? Like something weird. Like teabag, haha. You know what I'm saying? Something stupid like that. But no, man, it's like, I wouldn't want my kids to see, even though it's fake. I mean, like Will Smith or whoever, on TV getting the deed done, like, they don't need to see that. Like, and I think that's where we're losing a lot in the movies and stuff, because, like, I won't go watch movies now because of it. Like, I'm not, like, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of picky. I don't know. But, like, I don't like to go watch movies anymore just because it's like, I'll buy them, I'll watch them at home. If it's got it in, I hit the fast forward button, I skip through it. I don't care. That's not a part of my daily need. You know what I mean? If I want to see skin, I can just look in the mirror. I'm good, you know what I mean? Like, no, I am. I'm a real stick in the mud about it. Like that one show. What was that one movie they made here a few years back? the wife and all the other ladies were all over that movie. What was that called? Not Magic Mike. What was that other one, man? The color one. What one was it? Gray something or whatever. I can't remember what the heck it was called. Like, I didn't even watch. Like, I watched the old lady watching like a minute of it, and I asked her to explain it to me just in like quick few terms. She was like, "Oh yeah, this lady and this man, they do this, that, and that." I was like, "No, good." Watched about 30 seconds of it. Was like, "Yeah, no, don't need to see that." And that's what it's all about, like consistently. And then they made like 2 movies of it. How hard up were some of you guys edging on your seat? You know what I'm saying? There you go. 50 Shades of Grey. That's what it was. I couldn't. I was thinking Grey's Anatomy for crying out loud. Give me just a minute. I've got to clean that other pile. That other pile's got some logs in it that are just loaded with branches yet, so we got to make sure we get those. That's also why I'm trying not to really push them into each other, because then sometimes that'll make this guy not want to clean the branches off properly. And I don't know if you can see it from here, but you see that log over there? Sorry, I got, like, trying not to hiccup and stuff, but you see that log right there? It's got the tree branches on it still. That's kind of what happened. It's kind of what happens if you're getting too pushy. Oh, crap. Hey, Dennis and Tone. What? Pittsburgh. Hello, my dude. Hello. How are you doing? Sorry about that. Sorry, guys. The old lady came in and was talking to me for a minute. I'm buying a sign. No, better yet. I'm going to make me a sign out of glass. And I'm hanging it out on my wall that says, live streaming, do not disturb. I used to, I thought I had one, or I was going to buy one or something like that not too long ago. It was just a little one. Like, nah, I don't want to buy one. I'll make one. I think it look cooler, but I'll make it. But I want to get a new door for my game room first. My game room door is not all that solid. It's one of those cheap, flimsy ones that if you put your foot to it just right on accident, you know, you break it. You know, when you let that anger management get a hold of you a little bit, and you just gotta, you know, refrain from, you know, things. I got a board. Okay, so my house, my house is old. It's got them, you know, like the old houses, they got the wooden beams like in the center of the houses still for, you know, helping for structural support. Well, we've got one that's like dead center downstairs. It sits dead center of my house. It's like, it's pretty much the pivot point for the beam that runs north and south in my house, because my house is positioned to the north, so my peak runs north and south anyway. But this board, or this 4x4, is in the center, right, dead center, and I have anger issues. I always have. And when I ask you to do something multiple times and you don't do it, it starts to irritate me, especially if I'm the adult, right? Well, I got this board that literally has my knuckle prints into the wood from over the years. Like, I don't lash out at people. I've learned that a long time ago. The lashing out at people gets you in trouble. But I got this spot where I punch it every time and it's starting to like slowly dent in. It's got like my knuckle marks on it. I can punch this thing so hard that the beam that runs north and south in my house, like the dust will literally shake off from it for like ever. It's insane. Like when I hit it, you see the dust fall. It's just like, I fractured my hand on it a couple years back. Got so mad at, I don't remember what it was I got mad about, but man, it's like my punching bag. And I cracked it a good one, and my hand blew up. And my stepkid looked at me and he goes, "You just dented that in, Dad, stepdad." I'm not gonna use my real name. You guys that know it, you know it. But yeah, like he was like, "You dented that." And I was like, "Yeah, I think I just broke my hand too." And one of them said, I feel sorry for anybody that ever gets hit by you. I was like, no, I've known for a long time I can't hit anybody in the face. I was in boxing. I found out in boxing a long time ago. I got a really strong hook that, yeah. I liked boxing when I was younger. It was great. That was the only way I could get rid of my anger in school because, divorced family and all that jazz. Not living where you want to and being forced to live with people you don't like type stuff. This is 25, bud. 25. So I was one of those, I was one of them kids that if you walked up and you said something to me, you better hope to God I didn't have anything in my hands because I would just use it. We used to have some hard books back in the day, really hard books for our math class, and these things were like an inch and a half thick for the for pre-algebra at the school that I had. And this one kid, man, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not I'm not a fan of my mom. It never was when I was a little kid. I still, she's my mother. It is what it is. But I had this one kid, man. One time I was like seventh, eighth grade. This kid was just like in front of me, talking a bunch of crap. Was he in front of me or behind me? I don't remember. All I remember is that he was talking a bunch of stuff, and I told him to shut up. I was like, I was living with my mom at the time. Like I said, I wasn't fond of her. I didn't want to be there. I'd rather been where I was at before. And this kid just kept talking trash, and my dad was my hero when I was a kid, right? So as soon as he started talking about my dad, I smashed him in the face with the spine of the book. Broke the kid's eye socket. Bloodied his eye all right out, all because he was talking crap about my dad. Yeah, I had anger issues. It's sad too because, and I know it was all because of the issues I was going through. Having to deal with a stepmother that was an alcoholic and physically and verbally abusive and all that jazz. Like I had a lot of crap to deal with, and I don't know. I just took it out on everybody else when I was a little kid. The one kid that I went to school with in elementary school, um, we ended up becoming friends later on because I ended up moving to the same school that he had ended up moving to. Now, unfortunately, he moved. It was my fault, but yeah. Good morning, Ghost. Welcome in, my dude. But yeah, like I said, we ended up becoming friends in like seventh grade up. But I was in third grade, and this kid thought it was funny to put glue all over in the chair of my seat. Well, I just walked back from the pencil sharpener. Just walked back from the pencil sharpener. Had both my pencils sharpened that I needed for school for class that morning. You know where this is going. If you don't, you're going to know in a second. Well, this kid, while I was up sharpening my pencils, had put glue all over in my chair, right? I had these nice pair of pants. I don't remember what they were. I just know that they were from my grandmother because, my grandmother's the bee's knees. She is my world, my grandmother is. She's always been there to help me out, and I'll always be there to help her. But either way, this kid put glue all over my seat. I sat down. I felt something wet, and when I went to go stand back up, it was like super glue or something, because it had actually ripped my jeans and the skin off from the side of my bum cheek. It had stuck to it through my clothing and actually ripped my skin as well. So when I stood up and he started laughing, and I asked him if he did it, and he sat right behind me. And mind you, I still had one of my number twos in my hand, and he's sitting there laughing, slamming his hand on the table. I'm sitting here bleeding. My bum cheeks are showing to the school, right? And all I remember I do remember asking him, "Do you think that's funny?" I was like, "You think that's funny?" And he's laughing. Yeah, I do. And right through the center of his hand. What's going on, Michael? Michael, right? Yeah. How are you doing? Yeah. So my number two went right through the palm, right through the center, right from the top, straight to the bottom. I feel sorry for her. I feel bad about it nowadays, but yeah, like I said, I was troubled when I was a kid, man. I did not take kindly to it. So, but to this day, he's got a gray spot on the palm of his hand and on the top of his hand from where I got him with the pencil, and it's literally pencil lead gray. Like no joke. I'm still friends with him to this day. Funny enough, he's got the same name as the person that just came in the stream. Except for we called him Mike. No, Michael. He hated that. Just like I hate being oh just like I hate being called William. That's not my name. My name in Spanish is awesome. My name in Spanish is super cool. It's Guillermo. My name in Spanish is Guillermo. That's awesome. Sandstorms this morning. Where are you at getting sandstorms at, Michael? Pray tell, where are you getting sandstorms, my guy? I'm getting snowstorms. You're getting sandstorms. I mean, I guess if we, change the track up and all that jazz, I guess we can go out and do some sand riding if you want. I've seen people do it. Put some funny tracks on their sleds. Go out there and do it. But I also have witnessed snowmobiles going across open water too. Texas, man, y'all need some of our weather we got up here. You wouldn't have all that sand. You guys have more grass growing if you had this kind of weather up here. We got all that. Everything about that snow up here. Everything about it, man. 100% cold, 100% white, fluffy, and wet. Like my daydreams. Oh. Oh, crap. Oh, I gotta go work on a freaking car. But if I don't get it fixed, then he can't go out and do his job and provide for his kid and... $75, man. You can come up here and have my 19, okay? You can come up here and have my 19, Michael. Like 75? That sounds like a heat wave, man. You might want to get the AC out for that one. I just pulled my AC out the window a couple weeks ago, right after the first snowfall. Oh, crap. Oh, hey, that worked out. You don't always got to be smarter than what you're working with. Maybe a little bit better equipped. Well, that's what my dude is. He's well equipped, man. He knows what he's up to. I need like 2 or 3 wood trucks running, man. Even if I had one wood truck running back and forth doing that while I was doing this, I could keep up because I wouldn't keep going back there to make to keep the pile going, which I'm actually not going to. I'm gonna start a new pile here in a second because that pile looks to me like it might have. Well, it's got an hour and a half worth of meat cutting. So that's easily got to be 2 trailers worth. You know what I'm saying? Easily 2 trailers worth. 3 maybe. And I do have an auto load trailer, so that'll grab that for me without a problem. So I'm not even worried about that today. Like I said, I gotta go work on a car today. I'm just. I'd much rather be out playing on my snowmobile. I drive an Arctic Cat, so everything is kind of, I guess, I don't know. They say it's expensive, but I don't think the stuff's really that expensive. Are you serious? It's built in your room. Why would you have it built in? Why would it not be like removable? Like I guess. I mean, I get you're in a warm climate, so I guess. I mean, I can't. I don't want to pretend to understand or try to think otherwise, but like I just don't. I mean, I get central air. Like I mean, I get having like central air and stuff like that, where it's like the unit outside. I get that. Huh. Yeah, 'cause sandstorms really don't have nothing to do with heat. They're mainly about the wind blowing the sand about. Right? So yeah, I don't see where you would. Yeah, you wouldn't need a heater or a AC for that. No, I could have got one of them units where they come out and they hook it up in my house for me, but I really didn't want it. I was like, no, I'd rather have the one in the window. About 5 miles an hour. So it's not like Mary Poppins pick you up and blow you away type stuff, right? You can't go out there and be like, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all, and jump off the house with an umbrella, fly away. Okay, how many people do you think are actually ill enough in the head to do that? My hands up. My hands up. Anybody else? Mary Poppins was the stuff, man. Oh, calm down there, buckaroo. Buckaroo. So what's Ghost doing today, man? I seen you here. Oh, someone sent me some jewels. What are the jewels things for, you guys? Like, what is that? On the short side, what is that? I've seen that. Thank you, Quinley. Normally it's 50. Now tell me that's like glider, glider wins. Could you get out there and like with a glider suit and like jump in that and actually like lift off the ground? Like hook a string to the ground, pretend like you're a kite. Dude, like, cause seriously, like if you can, I'm coming down someday, man. We're gonna do some flight tests in your backyard. Flight of the dinosaur. I'm a dinosaur. Yeah. Know what I mean? Zing. No, that'd be so cool. I'm afraid of heights. Absolutely afraid of heights, right? Like, I don't like, but I want to jump out of a plane just once. But I don't want to do it with just. I don't want to do it with just a parachute. Okay, I want to do it with one of those hang glider bodysuits. And I'm not gonna need the parachute because I've already figured out how I'm gonna land it without having to use a parachute. I might get a little wet, but I'm gonna land it. Okay. And actually, with those suits, I've been watching a lot of it though too. Like with those suits, if you lean, like when you're going, like when you're doing your thing, you get your arms out. If you lean back and all that jazz, the wind will actually catch. If you pull your arms right to your side, you drop like a rock. I was watching videos on people doing this in the sky, like actually like using wingsuits and just flying with them and messing around. And yeah, you can actually land those things if you come down with the wingsuits and you stay low enough to the ground, you can actually land those by doing like a tuck and roll and going into like a cannonball position, and then and you can roll out of it. Yeah, it was crazy. I watched just one guy on TV. Oh, it's real. It's real. He skydived from like 10,000 feet or whatever it was, 15,000 feet, something like that. I don't know. It was insane high. Just to land on a freaking net, dude. I was just like, you stupid. You gonna jump out of you stupid. You stupid, man. Are you silly? I believe it was a helicopter. They took him all the way up there, and he just jumped right at like no offense, like I would probably throw up at least once or twice before I got to the ground because of my issues with heights. But I would overcome it. That's why I wanted to go into the Air Force when I was younger. But since I had that charge of my cigarettes on my stuff from when I was 17 because of my mom's duffel bag from that story from earlier. Like I could have got into the Navy. I wanted to be an Air Force pilot. That's what I was going for. But it didn't happen. Because somebody left their carton of cigarettes sitting in my car. Has to be pushing over 100 mile an hour for that to happen. That would be fun. I would be down there all like, let's have an epiphany. Like you hit with lightning and you come up with an idea. No, you not like think like that would be so cool. But I'm afraid of heights. Like I feel like I would probably vomit at least 2 or 3 times on the way down, if not pass out at least once. But they got those parachutes that they auto deploy after you hit. Like if you don't like disable it or something, it'll go off after so many thousand. Like when it hits a certain like whatever, and then it just pops. So if you pass out, you're good. That would be me, because then I would come to freaking the out because my feet aren't on the ground. Oh man, I'm getting to everything. I don't want to go over there yet because that's the stuff on the side of the road. So I've really worked myself through here, man. Is it speed? I thought it was altitude. Like when you got down so far to like 10,000 feet or something like that, it pops to ensure your survival. Because they say that if you pop a parachute below so many thousand feet or whatever, or under so many 800 feet or whatever it is, whatever the threshold is, that the parachute can't slow you down in time enough to stop you from hitting the ground. Because I've had friends that have been skydiving, and I've always refused because of that exact reason. Like, I'm just afraid of heights. When I was a little kid, I watched a little buggy go off the side of the Mackinac Bridge because of the winds. So, now I'm good on all that jazz, is what I've always told myself. Yeah, no, I could never bring myself to do it. I should have. I wish I could have got into the Air Force like I wanted to, because that would have forced me to either A, go through it, or B, get a dishonorable discharge and end up in jail or something. The sky is clear and the sun's fully out. I can't tell. I got a big TV blocking my right side from my window, so I can't tell. I keep my windows blacked out. I'm like a vampire. The sunlight outside, if it's super bright, it does hurt my eyes. And you'll see me like, don't get me wrong, I like to be out in the sun. I like all that stuff. I'm not like, what do you call that, where it's like the sun like actually burns your skin. What's that called? What's that disorder? I can't remember what it's called, but that's not me. At least that I don't think. But ever since I was a little kid, like the bright sunlight, like off the snow and crap like that, hits my eyes. Oh, it burns so bad that I'm sitting there walking, and I actually got called a high on one day because I was walking into the store and I had my eyes all squinty so that I could see. Like literally, they were almost completely shut. Had them that close because I have to when it's winter out. I do. It sucks. But I was walking into Walmart one day. I think it was Walmart. Yeah, Walmart or Meijer, one of the two. But the greeter looks at me and says, "Howdy, sir. How you doing?" I was like, "Doing pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Pretty bright outside." He looks at me and goes, "God, you look like a high on." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, look at you all squinty-eyed." I was like, "Dude, I've got sunlight issues with my eyes. Like, I can't find my sunglasses. Like, are you okay, dude? Are you just trying to be rude or what?" He's like, "Well, you got your eyes squinted like those high-ons do." I was like, "Nah, dude, my eyes ain't squinting because of that. It's squinting because the sun's burning my retinas, dude." I could have been rude and been like, "Oh, and I take it you're just sitting in that wheelchair. Why? Because you want to sit there? Right?" I could I could have been rude and said something like that. I'm not that mean to people though. I'm really not. Like I don't have a filter, so I do say things that I shouldn't say at times. So don't get offended. But like, right? Right, Belle? I mean, I came in with squinty eyes. Okay, if I'm a high on, were you lazy because you're sitting in some dude's wheelchair? Get out of it. I mean, don't make me flip that chair on you. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not a vegetarian, you guys. If you know what I mean. I have to go work on my cousin's car because he just called me this morning. I gotta go fix a camshaft sensor and some other stuff. Why? What's up, bud? I want to stay on longer, I do, but unfortunately. Why, you gonna be home? You gonna be on? What's up? I ain't played with you in ever, man. Now I gotta fix my. I believe it's my. What do you call it? My cap, not my cap, but my thermostat on my Artie cat. Bunny, welcome in. Long time no see. How are you doing? Doing. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I haven't got pulled over by no cop today, so I'm doing good. I got pulled over last night on the way home, you guys. Like, talk about sucks. Oh, because my wife forgot to pay her insurance. No, it's not that she forgot to pay it. She didn't. She was in between insurance companies, and we can't not go places. That's also why I'm trying to fix my snowmobile, because I don't drive my BMW during the night or during the wintertime. No, that did not just do that. Give me a minute. No, she's a channel member. That shouldn't be timing out any of my channel members at all. Uncool. I'm about to put my what you call it into timeout here, man. What'd you like? You didn't even put none. All you said it was morning. Like what? She didn't. That is so stupid. Wait, no, it was symbols. Are you serious? Yeah, no, it says it right there. That's Nightbot. You Nightbot. You just messed up. You don't time out my channel members. Where's my Nightbot? Yeah, my channel members don't get timed out. That don't happen. That doesn't happen. Oh, right here, symbols. Symbols. Take that. Send that to the dashboard. There. That should be taken care of. Should be good on those. Try to put in some more symbols. I just turned the symbol thing off. Let's see if Nightbot is obeying its master. Put some symbols in there for me. I want to see what happens. If it times you out, it'll only time you out for a few seconds. But I did go in and turn it off so that the not emojis are turned off, and now symbols are turned off. So you should be able to use like the yeah. Okay, there you go. Cool beans. Yep, it ain't gonna hit nobody now. But okay. Bunny did it and Ghost. Okay, I was gonna say I don't think it would do Ghost because he's a moderator, but yeah, no, don't get me wrong, you guys. I like Nightbot. It does a lot of what it does. Like it keeps track of all your guys' stuff. So even if you guys delete your stuff, Nightbot's got your stuff. So if you guys come in here and you guys call me something and then you delete it thinking you're getting away with it, you're not. You're really not. You know what I mean? I love it. They're all like, I'm getting away with it. He don't know what I called him. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And I usually know about it within about seconds when I see it pop up on my thing and then disappear. Because I'm on chat like white on rice in a snowstorm, buddy. Yes, sir. White on rice in a snowstorm. I have a place on my Discord if you're subscribed to the channel. I have a spot on my Discord where you guys can share stuff. It is not allowed. Links are not allowed. I do have them set up to be so that if you put one in, you do get timed out on those. Only because any other channel you watch, generally they don't want you in the chat. Like, you know what I mean? Like link bombing people and stuff like that for, so there's a spot on Discord where if you're on my Discord you can post. We do have quite a few people that are active, anywhere from 5 to 15 people on a daily basis, give or take. That may vary from day to day, time to time. You know how the days can be with people. But now we got people that are always on, people that are always watching. People are always watching. It's like somebody's watching me. It's scary because it's on TV. Oh. Come on. Oh, I'm going to get this. I'm getting this break. Oh, shoot. No, I can get over this. I can get over this. I'm a big boy. I told you I can get over it. I'm a big kid now. No, 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 no. Okay, I can't see crap. I gotta see where I'm going. Where's my pile at, man? Where? I really got jerked around on that one, didn't I? Right there's my pile. No, you're totally fine. No, I'm actually happy that you asked and didn't just try to do it, because I don't think it'd allow you to put links anyway unless you're a moderator. But like I said, I do have a spot on my Discord where you can post. I got Ghost, he's on there, Dust Bunny, she's on there. People like that. Like, usually if people post on my channel, like, people will go check it out, so yeah, you can feel free to post it over there as long as you're subscribed to the channel, Michael. He's probably getting anxious. He probably wants me to come work on his car. My phone keeps lighting up. I'm not looking at it because I don't want to. I don't want to. I want a game, man. Heck, what was it? Tuesday I was streaming and one of my cousins had an issue and I had to go help the guy, man. What do you say to that? Like, what do you, like, I'm always dropping my stuff to go help people, and I'm a nice guy like that, I guess. I guess I'm just a nice guy. I don't try to be, but they're just like, yeah, no, he's a nice guy. Now, the only one I never tell no to when it comes to being asked to help with something is my grandma. If my grandmother asks me, it's yes, ma'am, all day, every day. They raised me. My grandparents raised me. My mom and dad didn't. I mean, for crying out loud, I was supposed to be born on October 31st. My mom had a forced freaking, what do you call it, where she had me. You know what I mean? She had an induced labor. So, because she wanted to be partying for Halloween instead of sitting in the hospital. Had my brother 6 months later grab the microwave, can opener, and everything, and bust out the door with her secret admirer boyfriend or whatever he was. Yeah, no, I despise my mother. She's a weirdo. I usually get like a pair of socks for Mother's Day. I don't get her a whole lot. I'm not gonna lie though. When I was younger, I got her a can opener. You ever had that like deep desire to just like be disgusted all day, every day? I love the mice in my house more. I'm trying to build them a little house. I wanna catch them. Honestly, I don't like using the snappy traps because I think mice are cute. I think they're adorable little things. I mean, I'm not thinking like Mickey frickin' Mouse and crap like that cute. You know, I just think they're adorable. And I like bats too, though. So it's whatever. But yeah, no, like I got a couple in the house, and I got the live traps down or the snappy traps down, which they're smart. They're not falling for that crap. They're all like, yeah, I don't think so, there, Johnny. Which again is okay and dandy with me. I'm gonna hit that. No. But I wanna build a live trap to catch them, so that way I can like put them in a little cage as like my prisoners of war for eating my food and sullying my floors. I don't know. I just think they're cute. They're adorable little things, man. Like I know they're gross and can carry monumental amounts of diseases and famines in them, but just think about it, though. I mean, if something is so resilient to the Black Plague like the mice and rats were back in the day, like, why would you not want one? My mind's going everywhere today, you guys. Don't worry. It happens. Hello, good morning, afternoon, whatever it may be for you. It's 11:15. Oh, 11:17. Sorry, I looked at the clock wrong. It was a quick glance. But we're here, we're busting trees, and not getting our knees dirty. Well, maybe a little bit. Depends on if I got, crawling or anything. My knees are going to be sore today. I got to, well, no, because I'm doing a camshaft sensor. That's up on the, that's like mid on the, that's like in mid. I know where the cam's at, so that won't be no big deal. Man, why did that song just come to my head, man? You guys ever heard the some of you guys probably have, some of you probably haven't. Heard the rapper called Bone Crusher? You guys ever heard of him? He wasn't very big. I don't think he was very big. He's had some CDs though. But wait, why am I loading back up on that pile? That's not the pile I'm gonna be loading on, man. That's not the pile I'm gonna be loading on. This is the pile we should be loading on. God dang. We gotta get these little trees out the way. They're starting to get in my way now. They're starting to bother me. So let's get this all taken care of real quick. Like, got a lot of stumps to get out of here too. We got 1,600,000. I gotta have. What do I gotta have? Because this is the one I want to buy. I was gonna try to buy it the other day. I gotta have 2.1. So I gotta have another easy million. You gotta have an easy million. I gotta have overhead money. You know, I gotta have spendy cash, man. Everybody gets a daily allowance of $100 on my thing here, man. They got $100. They're gonna spend it. This dude's probably gonna spend it on whiskey because whiskey warms you up, you know. So he's probably gonna take some shots of that schnapps or something. You know what I mean? It's probably what he's doing since he's just driving this and busting these little guys out. He's only got to operate for a few minutes at a time, every couple hours. So he's probably just gonna chill in his little tractor and get all grubbed out on some schnapps. Who knows? He seems like the guy. Look at him. Look at him in there. He's like, don't look at me. I said, don't look at me. That'd be crazy. I've experienced some weird people like that working in the gas station when I was younger. It's like, I'm not watching you, but I am watching the product that you're grabbing there, buddy. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Anything fun? I know what I'm doing. You'd be like, I'm gonna be well, I want to get some ice fishing done, for one. I want to try to get some ice fishing done. So, if it's good, then I'm going to do some fishing. But, yeah. I want to get some ice fishing done, too, this weekend, personally. What do I got? 59,000 liters. That's all I got. Huh. Well, I guess. Huh. Let us get the dead ones. The dead ones are something. And there's trails where I've drove through here before, marking out my territory. I'm sure of it. Yeah, that's my drive from being on my property right there. So I gotta. I think that was on the line, 100%. Yeah, I gotta find my helmet today though, so that way I can actually have that for out on my sled. Get these old ones, man. These dead ones, they don't pay as much for the dead wood that they do the good wood. Like if you take a pile of this dead wood in, the stuff that I'm cutting right now, if you take a trailer load of this in compared to the good stuff, I think there's like a $8,000, almost a $10,000 difference. You know what I mean? Pretty weird. Might as well just add them in here, get a little bit of weight out of them. Ooh, a couple more little ones. Wow, that didn't even add 100 liters to the bucket, man. That is insane. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's 11:30 already. God damn. All right, let's get a little bit more of this in. There we go. Oh. Dirty Money come in and says, "Are you high?" I mean, it must gotta be high to sit and do this. Oh. I don't know about all that. I mean, I am going to be going outside to ride my snowmobile around for a while here in a little bit. About a half hour, give or take. But I'm not going to lie, though. I bet you about spot money on what they're going to try to pay me for working on this car later. Because that's all this one guy's parents do, so I almost guarantee you he's gonna try to pay me with that later. Almost guaranteed. If I knew friends I could make money off from, I'd be like, okay, whatever, I'll try to make a buck out of it. But I don't, I don't want to be one of them dudes. You know what I mean? I don't mind the smell of it. Like I said, I used to be a big partier back in the day, so I mean, I don't mind it. I would prefer that over alcohol any day of the week, only because I know what I'm doing and I know that I'm not gonna go jump in my car and go kill somebody while driving down the road. So, but no, that's what they try to offer me all the time. Well, the thing is, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, I guess it'd be fine. Like, if I knew somebody that I could be like, hey, so and so, man, I got like, I don't want this. Can you, then that'd be understandable. But I don't want to be I don't want to be one of them drug dealers, man. Like, you see them drug dealers, they get shot on TV. They get shot all the time, man. I don't want to be a drug dealer. And I don't want to feel like one of those dispensary people either. Check out my goods, man. Check out my goods. I don't know how they talk in there. I'm just guessing. No, I don't play it because I don't use the crop. I mean, I've honestly I've thought about it because I mean they are using it more and more like in today's market for like work like building material stuff, but I don't see a reason to have that on here when it's already so fundamentally everywhere anyway. You know what I mean? So no, I used to be a partier back in the day. I used to be that guy that you could go to if you needed something. But no, man, I grew up a long time ago, and life's got to change. You know what I mean? Like I just had to make some changes. I don't drink. I'm not a fan of alcohol. Seems like alcohol gets me in trouble. Would get me in trouble all the time. I do like my vodka and my tomato juice. When I do drink, that's what I drink. No, and see, and that was the thing when I was younger. Like, I used to smoke it like it was cigarettes. Okay, like I used to think Tommy Chong had nothing on me back when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, that's just how arrogant I was about it. But nah, man, there's so much more that I could be doing. I mean, when I got hurt, when I got disabled, that was the very first thing that they tried to give me. You know, they tried to give me the capsules. They tried to give me stuff like that. But I'm just, you know, dude, I hate being a designated driver. You ever make me the designated driver, you're getting dropped off somewhere else. That's what they say. But you know, I mean, hey, everybody partakes in stuff in their own way. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't discriminate against people on here. I mean, if you're a drinker, you're a drinker. If you're, you know, like I was saying, if you're a drinker, you're a drinker. If you're one of those tokers, you're a toker. You know, it is what it is. I don't discriminate against people on here. It doesn't matter to me. I got cousins that are crackheads and meth heads. I got brothers that are potheads. I got step parents that are alcoholics. I mean, I'm surrounded by the whole 10 yards. So, I mean, I've got any avenue at my disposal if I ever really wanted it. But you know what makes me happy? I got a number on my screen right now. It only says 5. I don't know how many people are there. That, that right there is what gets me going. Yeah, man, like, totally, dude, like, you know, gets me like geeking out, man. Who needs drugs when I can just get geeked from being juiced with whatever it's called, endorphins or whatever they call them. No, not dolphins, whatever they call those things. See, back in the day, I used to remember what happened at the parties because I was the one throwing the parties, and I always had to stay sober enough or, you know, stable ground enough to make sure that people weren't doing nothing rowdy. You know? 10 on the vertical? Let's go, you guys. Let's go. See, it doesn't show me my number on my vertical side, and I don't understand why. It's just weird. Just weird. Appreciate you guys all tuning in over there. Hopefully you're all doing well, doing great, and all that good stuff. I am a little bit weird. I can be a little saucy, a little spicy every once in a while. Really just depends on how I'm feeling and if I'm in the mood to get you dudes. You know what I mean? See, I'm not a drinker. The last time that I really like went out, partied, and got drunk, some dude mistook me for somebody else, hit me with a whiskey bottle, and I just remember stories of me supposedly like I blacked out. The dude cracked me in the back of the melon with like a Jack Daniels bottle or something. Smashed that, and those things are hard to break. He broke this stuff, man. My head's built like a rock. but he smashed it. And all I remember my cousins telling me is that I got hit in the head. They said my eyes looked like they went red. Like they looked red. They said like my hazel color of my eyes turned red. They say. I don't know if that's true. I doubt it, but that's what they say happened. And that I lunged on the dude. Like my cousin told me that I jumped on him, like the guy that did it to me. My cousin says I just turned around, looked at him. He said my eyes was red. I jumped on him. I just started like wailing on him. I just started punching the crap out the dude, no explanation. And then when they were trying to pull me off, I started biting his forehead and crap. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like I don't even know who the dude was, man. I was just chilling at this party that I got invited to, and some dude walked up, stroked me in the back of the melon. He ended up in the hospital with 2 black eyes and I guess bite marks on his forehead. I don't know. Like, like I don't like to go to parties. I love parties, but I don't like to go to them because I've always had that. Like it's crazy. Yeah, man. We want to know who's all here. Who is here? Who is here? Hey, do you guys see what we got for dollars off that? 69,000. 69,000. Stupid horn. It's a little horn. That is some nice money. It's a weird number, but at least it wasn't 6-7 or something stupid like that. I could see it now. Like if it would have been that, and I would have said 67, my kids would have jumped in and been like, eh. I don't get kids these days, man. I don't get them. They're just something else. Dude, I'll tell you guys what. It's crazy. It's all good, man. It's all good. Gen X is something totally different from other gens. I don't even know what gen I'm supposed to be. Like, I really don't. I'm born in '83. I consider myself a late Gen X, right? I consider myself a late Gen X because, I mean, when I was growing up, I could still go buy cigarettes for my parents. You know what I mean? At an early age, I could still go buy cigarettes for my parents. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, like, I don't know what gen I'm supposed to be, but I think I fit more with the Gen X style than I do anything else. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I did. I got the mic right next to my face. It's like, oh, right here. It's a couple inches away from my face. So like when I'm readjusting my shirt, if I lean up, since the button's right, I brush against it. Even with my shirt on, it still reads my body temp and it shuts it off. Yeah. I wouldn't like to consider myself the mix of much because, I mean, when I graduated school in 2001, we were really just getting into the whole learning of computers and stuff. We had them for like a year or two there. You know what I'm saying? But like when I graduated, they were just starting to turn. I graduated in 11th grade. Okay, I didn't go all the way through full 12 grades. Yes, I'm smart, but I partied a lot. So to get out of that, I went and started working at an early age too. Started working in a tree farm with seasonal workers when I was 12. I'm unique. Oh man. Oh. Probably sound clip that crap. He's gonna use it on the stuff later. He's gonna be like, listen to Animal. Sorry. Yeah, with morals and responsibilities. Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second. I started laughing so hard it was like I had to mute my mic for a second. That's all I'm about, man. I'm just here to have fun. You guys have fun. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't discriminate against anybody. I don't care where you're from, what color you are. I don't care if you're, whatever. But if you like to dress up, I mean, we're gonna have to have a conversation. See if everything's okay. I hang out with anybody. I don't care. As long as you're not bringing a litter box to the party, and we're good to go. So I got a pile there that's just loaded. Well, I got this pile over here that's getting loaded. Well, Yeah, it's gonna be a loaded stack. Look at this. And I cleaned the branches off the one over there, so I should be able to bring the semi in, grab that stack back up, or get it picked up. Not yet, yeah, you know what I mean. Get it loaded. It's an auto load trailer because I'm playing on by myself right now, so it'll be an auto load trailer. Just trying to decide, cause yeah, I'm looking at the time right now. I want to stay on because I got people watching, but I also know that a lot of my subscribers know that I will go help my family members when they need it. So, oh, and I hate being the only one that'll do it too. Don't get me wrong, I love him. He's great. He's a great kid. 30 something, still don't know how to change his own oil, but hey, I digress. He is family. And you don't leave family hanging. Don't matter what's going on. Well, I mean, if they're into them heavy drugs and crap, I ain't helping. They just gonna probably steal my crap and sell it so they can get more dope. I'm talking about that crack cocaine, that other stuff. I busted my one younger brother doing it one time. Had one of them needly things in his house, dude. I should have went to jail that day. My own flesh and blood, playing with the needles. He's diabetic now, so now he has to. He's got no choice. He's got to deal with needles now. I put a whooping on him that only our dad should have done. Like, no joke. Like, how stupid can you be? Well, they say ignorance is bliss, but I don't know about this. Grab this. Got a twig out there we gotta get. One little stick. Appreciate you guys all tuning in today. Hopefully you're all doing good, having a great day, staying safe, warm, whatever it might be, or cool, wherever you're at. Got someone that's in a sandstorm here, man. Hopefully he's doing good. Man, put the sheet metal out there so that way you get all the paint off it, dude. If you got a sandblast or anything, I think right now probably be a perfect time for you, yeah? When the winds are blowing. Frosty's, well, he didn't need it. He didn't need it. I heard we can't trust Frosty, man. We can't trust him. They put him on the list of possibles. So be careful. Oh, I'm still picking stuff up, man. It's too far away. Too far away. I want to get that one out there. Oh. Don't touch my wood, man. Don't shake it up. Strap on, strap off, the strapper. Oh, no. No, 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 Bubba. Fall off. I got you in a minute, man. I got you in a minute. Fall off there, son. I'm coming back. Don't worry. Gotta stop for a second. Ugh. We gotta make sure these are... Oh, crap. Back in there where I had you, man. That should be good enough. I just don't want to... Because there's a little gap right there. You see that? Okay, okay. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Hey, you know what? I'm going to buy Frosty for Christmas. Really? Well, they must be morons. Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. Batmobile lost its wheel, the Joker got away. Hey! Take that one, guys. How was that one racist? And that's old. But you guys wasn't expecting me to bust that out, were you? Some of you guys probably never even heard that. It was all like first time listeners. What in the Sam we just heard? That's the good version, no, Ghost. Listen here, give me your wood. Lumber. Lumber. It's the lumber I want. Wait, is that? No, I was going to say, there's a whole other pile. Yeah, man, I was going to say, there's no way this is all... Whoa, whoa, I'm sliding. She's not wanting to stop. It was nuts, man. And nuts. Yeah, nuts. Oh, dude, I had so much fun last night. Like, oh man, I remember what it was like as a kid when I got my snowmobile for the first time. Right when my stepdad bought it for me, and well, he bought. Okay, so he bought it off his cousins, which whatever, right? Who cares where it came from? But he bought it for me. It was the coolest thing ever. It's the only thing that he ever bought me that I really liked was my snowmobile. Don't you guys tell him that I at least like him because he's my stepdad. Okay, he's not my dad, but he's my stepdad. Whatever. He tried to be that guy. It just didn't work. But he's cool. You know what I mean? But he actually got me into snowmobiling as a kid and all that. So and the fact that I got sentimental value with it, and it's just like, that's what she said. Is that all she said? I tell you what, I get my old lady going. I ain't getting her stopping, man. She just keeps on running them lips. Yes, sir. You like that little horn action? My dude's full. Come on. Get rid of that. You guys don't want to see the little red whatever. Let's go dump this real quick, see what we've got. It's not going to be a lot. I just got to get some, I got to get some wood in there. You know what I mean? It's not only strapped down, but it's strapped in, my guy. And here we got branding issues, so we use Joctite instead of Loctite. Don't ask. Oh, I feel like a kid, man. After all day yesterday being on the being on my out there having fun, dude. I feel like a kid again, man. I feel like I'm 15 or 20 again all over, dude. I mean, I know I'm sore. I know I hurt. That's right. We don't need it flying around willy-nilly. But I'll tell you what, like, I don't know what it was about last night, but man, like, just the joy of, like, okay, so the adrenaline really got pumping when I got it on the road last night, okay? Now, mind you, it's a 700. It's a dual, it's not a triple car, it's not triple, it's not triple injected, it's just dual carb style, fuel injected, but, oh my God, a 700, man, 700. So I get on the road last night knowing that my brakes weren't working yet, right? I told you guys about it the other day. I had it running for a bit and whatnot and broke it. Well, I got my brakes fixed last night, but in the process of getting them fixed, I had to allow the fluid to run through it, so I'll have to check it today as well and top it off. But freaking... So I pull up on the road last night. Like, I know we got deer and stuff that run the road. We got little bobcats and whatnot on our road that run up and down through across the road and whatnot. So I pull out in front of my grandma's, get it on the road, and I'm just like, okay, this thing's gonna die or something's gonna quit on me. Sitting there giving it some gas, revving it up. And I slid back on the chassis a little bit. Just, all right, here we go. And and as soon as I macked it, the front end lifted right up. And literally, I mean, I felt like Superman. I was like, whoa, dude. Got her on the ground and just gone. Like, from 0 to 70 in like 2 seconds. Because once all those freaking... Once all the claws on my track gripped, I was gone. I'm going to rip that field up so bad today. I got to make sure that I got it working right. So I got to tweak all the issues out, you know what I'm saying? I'll get it. Oh, I will. I've actually got it down in my I think it's in my glass room, to be truthful, Bunny, down in the bottom on the bottom shelf. I need to buy a new one, but no, I will wear my helmet. I gotta keep this head that's got amazing design ideas in it, like, safe. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'll hit my head and I'll come to and I'll see colors and hear sound and see sounds and stuff, man. Be able to hear colors and see sounds. Be Be able to make something out of nothing just by looking at it. You one of those kind of guys? Wouldn't that be something? Like those people that you hear about that like bang that bounce their head off something. Then when they come to, they're like arithmetic masters or some crap. That's gonna be me. I like that one. I don't like laughing. You guys, I'm giving you guys my real laugh. You guys are, oh my god. I try. I just try to have fun. And that's all it is. I just like to have fun with everybody in chat. You know what I mean? That's all it is, man. If I'm doing something on screen, that's cool. But if I'm having fun with you guys in chat, that's what really makes it. Like, see, I should have got off 9 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago now. Well, I mean, doesn't matter how long I'm on to get. You know, I mean, I can get off whenever, I guess. But okay, yeah. It's that kind of day, fellas. I gotta go work on a car. I'll be here all day. I will. I got people watching. I will literally be here all day. I'm like an actor on stage that's got everybody's eyes glued. I'm like that Pennywise guy. I got you watching. I got you watching. All right, you guys. I'm gonna call it good. I gotta hop off. Where we at? Right here. So, look at me. All right, guys. I'm gonna go work on a family member's car, play in the snow for a little bit, and then this afternoon it is Friday, so when it comes to me, Ghost, there is never such thing as too much information. Now, how detailed the information could get, that could be debatable. But you never come on. You guys gotta know me. I appreciate you guys all hanging out. It was good seeing you again, Dust Bunny. Everybody else, if you guys enjoyed the content, I'm not always like this. I'm just exceptionally hyper today. My ADD, ADHD, everything is really cranking because I know there's something fun outside to do, and it's real. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys. Ghost will contest too. He knows it. He's been here. I'm like this on and off all the time. But y'all have a great day. Stay safe. I'll see you guys back here for, it's Friday, so Friday night Fortnite, about 7, 8 o'clock, if I'm home in time. But I will stay safe.